From Natalie Portman to Justin.tv, Lifecasting is growing in popularity, and apparently, everyone wants in on it. A livecast is a publicly available streaming video netcast of an individual's life. And broadcasting one's life online is now surging in popularity. The pioneering livecasting site Justin.tv draws 40,000 visitors a month and recently added a new channel with a starring female called Justine TV. But it's not just the stars of Justin TV that dream of having their own live reality television show.
Bye.
The newest livecasting sites like Ustream are helping people achieve just that. Ustream allows users to broadcast every minute detail of their daily lives and has launched 10,000 livecasts since its debut in March. Is livecasting the future of internet TV, or is it a wonder that anyone's watching at all? Broadcast yourself. It's The Loop. All right, folks, my guest tonight, the Chief Operating Officer of Justin.tv, Michael Seibel, is here, and tech editor for Forbes.com, David E. Walt. Welcome to The Loop, everybody. Michael, I saw you during the package there where we said Justin.tv gets 40,000, and you scoffed. So I apologize. Were we wrong? Was our Alexa metric score a little low?
Well, you know, Alexa pretty much screws up everyone's website. We've seen a lot of people. We've seen over 1 million people in the first 70 days, and we're seeing more every single day.
Okay, so that's where I want to get you, because, you know, Justin TV, we got Natalie Portman, Ustream, they're all offering a glimpse into the lives of people, and I can understand now it's new, it's amazing. Even I logged in and watched for a little while, but are the numbers really growing now that the hype over the technology is kind of dying down?
Well, you know what? The numbers are growing. I think one of the major things that we're doing is we're bringing on more people to our network, and we're expanding live broadcasts, and more people can do it. And, you know, Justin's really awesome. He's really great, and he's really a pioneer in this. And so we've got so much interest for people who actually want to go out and do it themselves. So, yeah, the numbers are growing, and they're going to continue growing, and one day you're going to have a camera on your head, too.
And I agree. I got enough cameras on me now. Believe me, I'm good. I especially don't need any night vision ones when I leave the studio. But, hey, David, I would agree with Michael and say Justin is interesting, and he's a really awesome and nice guy. I had fun chatting with him on the phone. But are people really that interesting, though? I mean, isn't this only cool because it's a select few right now, and it's still new?
Yeah, I think, you know, Justin is probably a very interesting guy. You know, he's doing something really weird and creative, but that doesn't make his life interesting, and it doesn't make him interesting 24 hours a day. You know, I bet you take some of the most interesting people in the world, that doesn't mean I want to watch them have breakfast or walk down the street. And I think that's the big flaw in this whole life casting thing is, I mean, who really is that interesting all the time? Who's always on? I don't buy that people are like that.
Yeah, Michael, how do you solve that problem?
Yeah, I would say that maybe you're not our target audience, but I think livecasting is a lot more than just watching someone walking down the street. Honestly,
yeah,
we built a great
I'm not your target audience because I'm not
people.
high or trying to get to sleep.
Oh, no, probably because you're a journalist and you write for, like, Forbes. I mean, we're really targeting a different group of people. But honestly, what we see for livecasting is we're going to have a community of people who are going to watch other people live their lives. Also, they get to chat with one another. They get to submit tips, look at archived content so they can see the best stuff going on. And then soon, when we open up the network, they'll be able to publish their own streams. So not only is it just the ability to watch someone's life, it's also the ability to communicate. It's also the ability to have a community.
Is that why it's happening
really,
right
really
now,
engaging.
Michael? Is that why this is popular now? Because I remember, like, Jenny Cam back in 1994. That sucked away $20 a month of my parents' money, at least, that they knew about. I mean, is it only happening now because the technology is a little bit better and because you can it's, like, interactive?
Well, yeah. I mean, the one interesting thing that's happened just recently is you've been able to get enough of an internet connection out and about on the cell phone network so you can actually broadcast mobile live video. I mean, before this, you had to get $1 million, $2 million satellite truck and an uplink like we have right now to put live video online or on TV. Now all you need is a laptop, an EVDO card, and a webcam, and you can walk around the city of San Francisco.
Yeah, and it sounds like anyone can do it. But David, is this ever going to become as common as a blog? Are people going to say, check out my Lifecast? Is this something that everybody's going to jump on?
And we look at the traffic right now. I don't doubt right now that there's a lot of people checking out the site. I think that's because it's novel. It's like, well, this is kind of weird. I'll check it out. And I think they'll do like what you did, Kevin. You go and you look at it and you're kind of like, well, this is really not that interesting, and then you never go back. I bet if you look at Justin TV's traffic numbers in 12 months, they're going to have bottomed out. They'll have a certain, there's going to be a bunch of people, a small group somewhere, that are really into Justin, really into his life, maybe because they don't have one of their own. But this is not going to be a huge phenomenon. People are just not going to go to this in droves. I don't buy it.
I disagree. This doesn't, honestly, when you give people the power to broadcast live video online, to think that somehow they're not going to embrace that and expand upon it and more people are going to broadcast, to me, I see that as kind of silly.
People can broadcast on YouTube. They can pick the interesting stuff and just broadcast that.
Well, see, now, and Michael,
how
do you keep Justin's life interesting and different from, say, Justine's life? I mean, are you getting to the point where you think we're going to see these, like, life producers, a team of people responsible for making someone's day-to-day interesting?
No, you guys are definitely in more of the TV mindset. The whole point is not to make Justin's life interesting 24/7. We actually have the internet now. We've got user communities that can actually point to periods in time that Justin's life is interesting, and then you can watch that. Imagine when there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of live streams. At that point, I can totally guarantee you there will never be a moment where you can go on your computer and go to Justin.TV network and not see something interesting. So this is just the start. This is just the taste of the beginning.
Now, people are already freaking out about their cats showing up on the virtual Google Street Tours. I can only imagine when everybody's got helmet cams. But it is an interesting vision of the future. David, I want to give you the final word. Whose Lifecast would you consider must-see IPTV? If there's one person out there, who is it?
Well, people have talked about movie stars like Natalie Portman. I think that would be cool, obviously, because she's Natalie Portman. It might be cool to see what a movie set is like. But what I would really like to see is some, interactive fiction life casting. Like, what if they, got some characters and put a camera on one of the characters on Battlestar Galactica, and you could see him walking around the ship and interacting with other extras. Or like one of the Islanders on Lost. I think there's a lot of creative ways to take this 24/7 coverage, but when you're actually creating some interesting content.
Sure. All right, so a hat cam on me and Lonely Girl 15, does that count as a fictional encounter in public? Is that good enough?
I'm going to bookmark that one real soon.
See, I think
I'm
everybody
sure that's what
would.
Kevin wants.
All right, I want to thank my guests, Michael and David, for keeping us in the loop. We appreciate your time, guys. Thank you.
Attack of the Show, weeknights at 7, only on G4.